Good morning, my favorite people on the planet. This is your captain speaking. I'm telling you, that's my thing. That's my thing. That's my thing. I'm sticking to it. I don't care. I don't care. So, yesterday, we had a lot of crazy shit happening all at once. Could not fathom the load of work I ended up doing on that half day, crazy work. But I did not get a chance to. I didn't get a chance to do our video, so I'm gonna do it in the morning before I go to work, right? So I'm just gonna knock this out. So what I must look out for first. So let me before I get into it. So we are we're making a city map. I know this is what I told you we were gonna start the platform, start working on that. Um, I I have a friend, and she's helping me with this entire project. She says she might know a guy who might be able to do the map. So I wanted to hire somebody to do like a good custom map. And so, because my thing is to say like the one thing that I really want to start putting together, I really want to start building out the team. Okay, really want to start building our team out. So I am more than open to working with people, and excuse me. I really want to bring on a plethora of artists. So if you are an artist, 3D, 2D, traditional manga artist, comic book artist, holla at me. Holla at me. I want to see. I'm gonna do a lot of work, so I got a lot of stuff lined up. But like I said, I want to start building the team up for the publishing company, and so I definitely want to check your stuff out. So yeah, stop by. I also want to plug in. I said that I think I get used to doing it too. When it comes to uh, this Discord stuff, so I said that I'm supposed to plug this in every single time. Again, y'all know by the time if you watch these videos, you already get it. This is pretty much straightforward. I keep everything raw, so sometimes I forget. But if you guys are interested, I am setting up the city map. If you guys want your own plot of land and base house, you can join the Discord, follow the TikTok. I need you guys to follow the TikTok. This is a lot because we were trying to build a whole bunch of stuff in like one little section, and so I need you to follow the TikTok because I want you to keep up with all of our stuff that we got going on. I want you to subscribe to the YouTube because I love your support. Your support means everything to me, and I want you to join the Discord so you can kind of get a load. You can see everything happening, in bulk in terms of what we got going on, what we have planned. And then one thing that I'm actually gonna start now that we kind of got everything situated, I'm gonna start working on the white pages, and I'm gonna upload the white pages to the Discord, so you can check that out. Let's go crazy with it. Check it out soon. It's not ready yet, but I want you to join the Discord. I'm gonna link all my links are gonna be in the bio. Check those out. I'm gonna also put the help wanted in there too, and then we're gonna go from there. All right. So without further ado, wow, I thought that was gonna get stuck. That hurt. So yeah. So all right. When putting together a map, right? So what I really want to do, and I'm gonna open up Blender at the same time we're doing this too. Um, also, um, when you comment done, also comment what you think the first city name should be. I'm taking names, so that'd be fun. So let's delete this, right? Oh, I gotta switch keyboards. 1 second. Ugh. So funny having two keyboards now. I feel like such a bad bitch. What? Two keyboards, two different functions. Ah, I'm a bad bitch. So, um, so we add a plane, right? Let's say this is the top view, right? So, in terms, let's just block it out. Let's just block this out, right? So let's scale it up. And you know what I think I had the most trouble? I'm just gonna add subdivision. Boom, boom. I think personally, I feel as though I had when I so if you know if you and you guys actually you won't know me. You have no idea. So this is not the first time I tried to do the city situation. I did a test run a few months back. Maybe yeah, maybe more than that, longer than that, maybe now that I think about it. But I did a test run, which is the point. And I was looking to basically like, do what we're doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like build out the city, build the map, stuff like that, right? But I had built this city on like a square, right? Square, well, rectangle-ish, right? And it never worked out. Like I could never, I just could never. We're gonna do material preview because what I'm gonna do. So this is what I'm gonna do. I could never make it. I could never make it work. I just no matter what I tried, what I did. You know what I'm saying? I could never make that shit work. I just want to change the color of this because we're gonna start blocking stuff out. So we're just gonna make this black for now. So let's say, all right. So let's say this is our area, right? This square represents the land, right? And then this circle, oops, this circle represents the city itself, right? So what I kind of wanted was like this. This is what I'm thinking, right? So in terms of like city wise, right? Boom, I want like the main city right here, right? Yeah. So I want the main city right here, and then Shift D. Let's do a new material. Let's make this one green for like trees and shit. And let's make this I guess like a which I make this like a dark green, right? I should make this like a dark green and shit. Something like that, right? Maybe. Um just so we kind of know what's going on. So we have the land, this is the first city, and then you got forest, right? Because all right, so I want three elements. This is what I want, three elements. So for one, I want it to be like a coastal city. And what I'm actually going to do, Shift D. So what I'm going to do is this because I'm not going to keep redoing all this extra shit. So I'm actually going to take this off and then leave this to the side. Shift D this again. So what I really wanted was like, so make this water. So I want like a coastal city, right? Shift D. So I want like a coastal city, kind of like something like this, right? Ooh, so let me see. I'm trying to time this right. So I'm gonna do this for an hour. I'll probably do an hour video for this. I'm trying to time my schedule right because I feel like I just gotta leave. I have to leave at least by 9:15. So okay, all right, so we're cool. But this might not even take an hour to be honest. I think I'm just blocking stuff out, and I want you guys to see certain things. I will leave a little earlier. Um, hmm. Okay. I'm not gonna ruin the video with that because it's not pointless. So yeah, I wanted like a coastal city, right? And then scale this down, or nah, I'm sorry, Shift D, scale this one down. I don't even know if I got an ugly sneeze. God damn. All right, so scale it down some more because I kind of wanted it to come into port a little bit, right? Like Shift D again, right? So it kind of trails through the city, right? And then, converges like this, right? And then scale it down again. And then, oops, Shift G again. So that I wanted to make like, I wanted it to do like rivers and shit like that, right? Rivers going through it. You feel me? Like, I wanted the course rivers through it, or whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then it would kind of be like a big, like Shift D, right? Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. And have like a huge, like, so do this one again, and then like do like a lighter blue, right? I kind of hate that how that looks, but like, yeah. So like, cause I want to do like a lake, right? I wanted the lake. I wanted to go crazy with the lake. You feel me? So make like little rivers. Have a huge lake. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Right? And so like it's pretty much so like because what I really, really, really want is for this, and like I want this first map to kind of make sense travel wise, right? You can travel by water, hit the rivers, you know what I'm saying? You can travel by air, or you can travel by land, roads and stuff like that, right? So let's shift D, so like have forest and shit like that, right? And another thing, right, which is going to be Shift D again to add this. I don't know. Let me see. There we go. And then I think I can take off the subdivision for this one. So, and make the color. I make this like a brown-ish, right, for like mountains. And so I wanted to do like mountains. Boom. You feel me? Like mountains up here in the corner. And like, in the corners of these maps, I wanted to do like mountains, right? Kind of separates a little bit, right? And so it's his own little, so Achilles, you know what I'm saying? It's like, there's things that go through the mountains, there's trails that go to the mountains, you can get houses up in the mountains or whatever, right? Now, get this pin, oh, right? Let's do the color red. Is this the light? I don't even really need that. So now, let's break this down, right? So like let's say so pretty much, right, this city is built on lines, right? Like every city is built on lines and streets, and you know, all this other good stuff, right? And this is kind of like so because now I'm not saying I'm some city builder, but I just if you ever look at it like this is how cities are built. You know what I'm saying? Streets and all that, like they're all technically built like this, and some of them have like better architecture, of course, right? Say some have the grooves, some are made in triangles. Like so we'll play around with that, really, but I'm trying to see. I think I forgot how to. Oh yeah, I got to add a new note. And then let's make this one like yellow. Yellow should show up. So, because what I wanted to do was, so red is the city, and then what I really wanted was like the suburbs, right? So the suburbs are around the city. You feel me? Boom, 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 right? And then you got one more. We'll make this note color purple. So three different levels to what I'm kind of expecting from this. The first is again, so you have this you have the city, inner city. You feel me? A city, basically the city. Then you have the suburbs, right? And then outside of that, then you got like the rural areas. You feel me? Like places out here, places out here, places out here, places out here, right? And so in these areas, you know what I'm saying, it would depend, but you will have these plots and lands where you can just purchase, based on the view. So if you want to get it like for the view and stuff like that, you feel me? Boom, you coming out here, right? Like this, right? Or if you want to just get like a normal city, a normal house, you know what I'm saying, close in the city, whatever the case is, blah 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 blah. You can get it in the suburbs, boom, cool. Or you can get a little city home, right? And so this is really the only components I got. You know what I'm saying when it comes to doing stuff like this. Like this is all I got in mind. This is the full vision in terms of like map building, right? And so like let's go back to this, right? So like just when building a building is like some look how crazy this is how y'all see what I'm saying. Like so you got like the main roads, but all of them are built, pretty similar, right? Your city. So I got the person I got as far the artist I got. I told him to do. I want to map like something like do a map like this or whatever, right? And we're gonna 3D. We're gonna trace over it in 3D or not. Not the point. But this is how I wanted them to draw the map. Similar to this, not exactly like this, but this was like the idea with that. And so, but yeah, get it basically. So getting back into it, right? Um, just trying to play around, I guess, and just see like, but so you see like Quebec City, right? Like river kind of going through it. Like this is kind of like what I want. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more coastal than I personally want, but it's cool. I forgot what Roman city. I forgot what that Roman city is. One of those. It's like one of those wonders of the world. The statue that's not there no more. I think it's in Greece actually. I can't remember the name of it, but that's the inspiration. Here it is. So this is a good one. I know this is the sky, so I'm not crazy, but if you think of it as like a flat land, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be like coastal city, so it's the coastal port out here, and then that river that comes runs through here. It runs through channels through the city, right? And so this is my thought process right here. Um, so have the coastal cities over here, boom, and then city, the water runs through it, and then of course, after salt water runs through far enough, it turns into fresh water, right? When there's enough, sediment. We're not going to talk about how salt water turns to regular water, but pretty much, it'll channel it through here, and then boom, because we're making movie magic. Okay, so when I say go, so I don't even we're not even gonna go. We're not gonna talk too deep on it, but yeah, this is my thought process behind it, and so this is a huge map. This is a huge map. I mean, really, really big too. Now, in terms of like how everything works out, like I said, the object of this is to every map that we create, we're basically creating the player maps. Like this is what this is. This is the player maps, right? This is the player city map. So, like I said in the video before, every map that we create, and again, you can purchase land, and we're giving away right now, but um all the maps we create are all the player city maps we create transfer over and become part of the actual map, you know, in the game, right? And so, like I said, I was about to repeat myself, but our ultimate goal for the Voyager project is to do an open world game. Like that's what we want. That's what we want to do. That's the vision. That's what we all agreed on. And so to really kind of really take that turn, like again, my the thought process, right, and the theory, I should say, is it open worlds are very hard to do. Like open world games rise and fall with the tides, right? And it's a pretty new genre on top of that, but it's just tough because it's such a big space. You know what I'm saying? And it's really hard to feel like if the game feels alive. And so our theory, our working theory is number one, like the player cities are pretty bland, right? Like it's just pretty bland. There's nothing really going on in terms of excitement, right? Like that there's nothing that like there's nothing there that's just gonna get you to play besides like the main objective. You know what I'm saying? And I think that like one thing, and it really just what really solidified. And let me tell you this. It's funny that I started playing this game. I started playing recently TCG Card Simulator, right? And for those who don't know what that is, it's just you basically own a shop and you sell merchandise, and that's pretty much the game, right? There's nothing else. There's no real objective. You just kind of like go day by day. It's pretty mundane, right? But it's cool. But it's cool. Like there's other. I can see where the love for these kind of games come into. I can see where they come from, and so one thing to Mill is to say like I think open worlds don't necessarily have sorry about that. Open worlds don't necessarily have that same feeling, in my opinion, right? I think like you have other cases. This is like World of Warcraft, which has been in the game forever. It's basically the titan of the industry, right? And another other games too, New World stuff like that. I'm not going to list all of them. I just want to know that the obvious, right? Um, they have their own things, but I feel like the new ones that come out, again, this is more so like main objective stuff. And then then it kind of comes into like pay to win, and there's a lot of other factors that kind of come in that make the game what it is. But for us, again, I can only speak on our own personal stuff. So for us, it's more so the notion is to say like, yeah, I do fuck with. Excuse me, sorry about that. Early morning. Yeah. So my thing is like I do fuck with open worlds, and my thing I wanted to feel alive, and so like a couple of mechanics that we are implementing is I know I talked about it in the other video, but I'm just gonna start repeating because I feel like every video is a new video, right? And these videos are so long, I have no idea when people start and stop watching. Like I just don't. So, um, the one thing I'm gonna say is a couple mechanics that we want to do. So we want to implement like an entrepreneur system to the map, right? That's where kind of where the TCG simulator, like those style games, those that's where those kind of like shine, right? So entrepreneur stuff, you just basically manage your business, right? Now, this is a common fact by now, but so we are the what we are designing is all of the gold. I'm sorry, I for now we're all agreed on credits. We're all agreed on credits. So that was I'm gonna start saying credits now, but all the credits that you get can be used throughout any game that we come out with, right? So all of our games, in a sense, share the same inventory system, right? So you could be playing the console, open world console game, right? And then you may release an app where it helps you manage your entrepreneur, your stores and stuff like. Because that's like low data, right? That's low data stuff. So we'll implement those things so you can manage it from your phone, right? Still earn the coins, right? Or you can play like a mini game or one of the separate apps that we got, that make like gold and things like that, and it transitions over to you can use it for other stuff, whether you need it for your store or whatever the case is, right? So wherever you go, Voyager can go, right? That's our hope for that. But with the entrepreneurial system, right, is another also there's a couple things that we want to get into as far as like how that shapes the game itself, right? So there will be NPC run stores, but player run stores, have just different advantages than regular ones, right? You can set prices and things like that. Like we want to be able to really ingratiate like an ecosystem, right? We really want to create a player-driven ecosystem, right? But also, it's not dependent on players, right? It's an even balance between NPCs and players. So that's one of the hopes right there too. And then noting certain things like when doing this, right? So one thing that we want to do, because again, we're like with it being an open world, we want to have like the mini games and stuff like that, right? So we want to do like the team deathmatch and stuff. And this is not canon and anything like that. I'm just throwing out an example. So we'll do like a game like team deathmatch. So we want to basically do it where it's like as a player, if you own enough land, you can create certain size maps, right? Certain size maps, game maps to play on, right? And the server, but basically, like the server will basically rent those maps from you, right? So every time the server sets up a match and it's on your field, you basically get paid for that, right? And so there's just certain things that we try to do that would be fun, that we think would be fun and things like that. And so, um, I think all of it. I think all of it's done is to create a truly immersive experience, with the game. And I think another thing is like our next level, which we haven't really touched on too much yet, because again, right now, again, we haven't touched on a lot of things with the open world or anything like that. Um, but this is coming from me personally, like along with the ecosystem, right? And that immersive feeling, I do want to have like a political system, within the game as well too. So I want to bring back guilds, things like that, to the game. But when you see like the vastness of the game, so like basically you can have, because I want to be like, yeah, like alliances and things like that would mean things, right? Like you have a big enough alliance, you have a big enough guild or team or whatever the case is. Like I want those to matter and kind of shape the politics of the game itself, right? So in certain areas, like if you let's just say Alliance A, right, controls a certain sector of the galaxy, right? So they impose their own particular, taxes and things like that, right? Like they have a say in those things, right? Because one thing, and I'll tell y'all what I really want. So I expect the I will be hiring teams inside um our system to manage, certain factions and things like that. So like when you get first log in, you'll see like certain factions run certain things, and so I'm gonna hire teams to manage these factions, and so it's still player versus player, and they don't have any added advantages or anything like that. So don't get me wrong with that, but yeah. So basically, but the object is to say like you're fresh player, you can come in, you can start your own alliance. You know what I'm saying? You can start your own alliance. You can build your own team. You can do whatever you want. You can grow into your like basically controlling a portion of your own part of the galaxy. And the object is like if you can defend it, you can have it. Right, like that's the whole conversation. And so even with having that, like so, let's just say, you know, um, taking it down from alliances. Let's just say certain. Let's just use the word guilds because there'll be whatever name you want. It is what it is. But the so yeah, so let's say guilds, right? So let's say you start your guild. It's just you, right? But as you're playing, it grows and grows and grows until you have, maybe 1,000 people, maybe 2,000 people in your guild, right? And you own a portion of the galaxy, right? Not a galaxy, I'm sorry. You own a portion of a planet. So whatever land on that planet, you own that shit. That's your turf. That's your guild headquarters or whatever the case is, right? You have that, and then so let's say the guild continues to grow. So let's say the guild grows to maybe 10,000 players, right? You could run the entire planet, right? And if you can keep it, it's yours. But you know that's when you start to say it does pay to have alliances, right? So it's like just like with real world, certain countries want to attack each other because they're like, oh shit, Big Brother going to get involved. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like if you're a guild B takes over this entire planet. They run this planet. Your guild C, you're like, oh, we want to take that. We want to take that from. But it's not smart to take that from Guild A. Your Guild C, smart. It's not smart to take it from Guild A because it's like, damn. Then you gotta fight Guild A, B, D, E, and F, right? And so you're just one guild trying to fight six, seven guilds, eight guilds. You know what I'm saying? Um, so it's not practical. So you got to make your own alliances, right? You got to make your own alliances, and then you got to have your own agreements with your alliance to say like, hey, I want to go to war, take this planet if we do this, right? And so it's like I really wanted to have a really immersive system um, that people really can enjoy and like I said, just it feels really immersive. You know what I'm saying? And I take these cues and like so, and I got no problem with saying like I take certain cues from certain places. Like I said, like I take cues from Eve Online. Now the simulator games, um, World of Warcraft. Like I take a lot of ideas from these already established concepts. You know what I mean? And I just think about like how do you if I wanted to mix them, how would I mix them? So I think about stuff like that. But to to not like you're not chalk up and like talk too deeply about it. This is just a sample. Like I said, I didn't have enough time to actually do anything today because like I said, I gotta be out of here in like 30-40 minutes actually. So I gotta get ready, gotta get dressed for work. But I'm gonna leave you guys with again my exit. Like I said, your support means the world to me. You feel me? If you guys can subscribe to the channel, you feel me? That'd be great. I do want you guys to, yeah, if you have a name for the first city, you know what I'm saying? I'll let you, like I said, I'll let you guys name it, and we'll go from there. So I think we'll go from there. I'm trying to print screen actually before I leave. I want to print this screen whenever, but I digress. So yeah, if you guys can subscribe, like the video, you don't have to share it, and then like that. It's not a crazy video to share, but yeah, this is support the channel is amazing. So if you guys can subscribe, comment what you think the city name should be. I would appreciate you guys for that, and of course, you know what I'm saying. Follow the TikTok, right? I want you guys to follow the TikTok. I'm always gonna push the TikTok because it's like I said before, that's where our cinematic work is. So, and every time we want to do like promotions and stuff, right now it's just story prompts on the TikTok. So you guys can check that out if you want. But it will eventually turn into our cinematic space. So that's where we start doing we do ads and any kind of videos and any previews and pop-ups and anything. It's all gonna go in that one TikTok. So check out with that, follow the TikTok, and join the Discord. Join the Discord. I'm like I said before in the beginning of the video, I'm going to be um, putting the white pages on. So my first goal is put the white pages on the Discord so you can read, everything that we have in store for the game. Not just the game, it's for the project itself, So everything I have in mind in terms of, what kind of media I want to use, the medium as far as art, comic books, manga, the whole list, right? And so the white pages will explain everything the Voyager project is and will, plan to do. And then comment back, yeah. So that was that. That's it. Just those three things. I don't. I was thinking about it. I want to keep it. I want to keep it real tight. And I'm only focusing on these three elements: Discord, TikTok, and YouTube. And I think once we get stuff really going, I'll branch out to other platforms. But for now, it's just these three. So again, you guys' support means everything. So you guys can check it out. I appreciate you, and always leave a like on the video. I guess that helps with the algorithm. Yeah, what I mean. So to do that. So shameless plugs. Outside of that, man, I appreciate you guys. Once I will start working on this soon. I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait for the guy to get back with the map first. I'm gonna wait for him to get back first. Um, but I'll probably start mapping out the actual land itself, and then we'll go from there. So I'll probably start working on the land, and then we'll start doing stuff piece by piece by piece. So we'll work on that. We'll go crazy. We'll have some fun. So. Other than that, like I said, I appreciate you. I'm gonna get out of here. This is your captain logging off.